everybody. So I'm actually starting this vlog on a Sunday because I skipped last week because my husband and I went away on a little trip, but we are back. We got in last night. We got home at like 8 o'clock. Spent the whole morning kind of like resetting the house, getting back in routine with the dogs, doing laundry, all those type of things, and just kind of getting our life in order again after our trip. But it was really nice to just kind of get away a little bit and go to some really cool coffee spots in KZN, and we brought home a lot of coffee with us, so that was awesome. But I am just sitting here right now. I need to do a grocery shop, but I'm not leaving the house today, hence me looking this raggedy. Just going to order some groceries on Checker 60 and get them delivered because I'm very lazy. I usually like going to the store and doing like a full shop and being there, and I feel like I save a lot of money when I do that as well. But it's a Sunday, we're lazy, we just got home, and we need quite a few essentials. So yeah, so I'm gonna sit here and do that right now, and it should get here within an hour, and then I will unpack it. New coffee. Oh, it smells so good. Too frothy. But it still tastes good. Good morning, you guys. I was about to say that I just woke up, but you can very clearly see that I just woke up. The previous clip you saw was me making a coffee yesterday on Sunday. It is now Monday. I'm just drinking not the same coffee. Myself a Americano with honey and a splash of almond milk. So I'm just finishing that, and then I need to make this bed and get ready for the day. I am filming a reel for Instagram today, just a little get ready with me. So if you want to check that out, go check out my Instagram. I can't seem to link things yet in the description, so I'll just try and like put my Instagram handle there, but it's the same over all platforms. It's just some X offer. I put on a fake tan last night. I don't know if you can see, I put on the top half of my body, on this half. I just got back from holiday. I'm feeling a little bloaty, you know. I just needed a little bit of like self-care things today, so I put on some fake tan just on the top half of my body because it's too cold to put it on the bottom half. Oh my gosh, look at these hairs. And then I'm also getting a haircut today, so I'm super excited about that. There's a truck passing. So I'm super excited about that. My best friend is actually a hairstylist, so she's gonna come here and cut my hair. Just need to do some work, but I slept quite late today. So first things first, make the bed, feed the dogs, wash off this fake tan, and start getting ready for the day. officially shorter. I absolutely love it. She killed it. It feels super healthy, super lightweight. We did cut a little bit of a face framing fringe, but very minimal. And yeah, I'm obsessed with it. I could go even shorter, to be honest, but I'm gonna live with it for a while and see how it goes. Now I'm going to go to a cafe, do some work, and then I'm going to go to the mall because I need to go to Dis-Chem because I need to pick up some bits. So it's about nearly 4 o'clock, and I just got back from Dis-Chem, like a mini Dis-Chem shop. And the reason for doing this little mini Dis-Chem shop is actually because this morning I did my makeup and I used all my faves right now, and I don't know if it was my skincare or something that I did differently, but my bronzer and my blush started separating like horribly. It was horrible. And then after I got my hair cut, I literally wiped my face, I took all my makeup off and I redid my makeup, but I used a different bronzer and a different blush than I used this morning. This morning I used the Baby Got Bronze and Baby Got Blush little bronzing sticks from Essence, and then I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna go back to my old fave, my LA Girl Pro Concealer, but in the shade, I think it's Almond or Toffee. It's just a darker shade, darker than my skin tone. And I used that, and I used my Bio Night blush, and it didn't separate, and I did the same thing. So I just realized that sometimes you have to go back to your old favorites. Dis-Chem, and I repurchased the LA Girl Pro Concealer because my current one is running a little bit low, and I also got it in a shade that's a little bit lighter than the one I currently have for on those days that I'm super pale. I think I'm gonna start using this every day again and just going back to an old fave, you know. I also picked up this, which I posted about it on Instagram a few minutes ago. It's called the Catrice Powerful 5 Glossy Lip Oil, and I don't know if you can actually see. Thought it looked exactly like the Dior lip oil, that one that's really popular and that's going around. I don't even know how much it costs. I don't even want to know how much it costs, but this one, I thought that it gave a really similar look than what I've seen the Dior one look, and it was only 100 rand. So can highly recommend this. It feels super moisturizing. It's got 5 oils in it, and it's super glossy, and it's a beautiful color. I got my favorite setting spray, the Catrice Prime and Fine. This is the one I always use. Every time I run out of it, I buy a new one. So this is what I got. But I just got some toothpaste. I got, and then I also got some mousse because my hair is very dull and very flat, and it struggles to hold a blowout, to hold a curl. And I've used mousses in the past and I really enjoy them, but I ran out, so I purchased this one. It's the L'Oreal Elvive Extra Volume Styling Mousse. So I got this. I hope it works. I hope it's nice. So I will keep you guys posted on that. Just got some wipes because I always blend out my bronzers and my blushes on my palm before going in with the brush, just because I like warming up the product with my hands, and I feel like it applies a lot more seamlessly, and I like wiping them off with some wipes. So I'm gonna use this. It's my little bit boring, very mini Dis-Chem haul, but I will keep you guys posted on the mousse to see how it goes. You have dull, flat, fine hair like me, it's just very, very flat, and I can style it and it doesn't last at all. So if you have any, sorry, there's someone walking past my window. If you have any tips of what you use and that really works and that keeps your hair bouncy and voluminous, if you have a similar hair type than me, please let me know. I would love to hear any tips. Relax a little bit, and then I'm going to start on dinner, and yeah, that's about it. Hello everybody, it is now a day later after I shot the last clips. I was actually in the middle of filming myself getting unready with you guys, and then my card was full, so I had to quickly edit all those clips and clean this card, and now I'm back. I just wanted to sit down because I did a Superbalist order on Sunday. I ordered another color in the PJs that I bought on Superbalist about 2 weeks ago that I've just been raving about. I've been raving about it in my last YouTube video and on Instagram. I'm just obsessed with these PJs, so I ordered them in grey. This order package came in today, and I got the PJs. I haven't even opened it yet, so I'm going to open it with you guys. I'm just hoping and praying that these feel exactly the same as the black ones, because the black ones, they're actually on my pillow back there, but they are just incredible. They wash so well. I put them in the dryer for the first time yesterday and they didn't shrink, nothing happened. They felt brand new, so I'm super happy that they wash well, because that is kind of something that I feel like sometimes I get clothes and I love the quality of them when I wear them for the first time, and then when I wash them, and I wash my things on a delicate hand wash, and I don't usually tumble dry them, I hang dry them. I just wanted to tumble dry the PJs to see how they held up, because obviously if it can be tumble dried, that is majorly convenient. That's enough of me rambling about washing my clothes. Grey. It seems to feel exactly like the black. I'm going to wear these tonight. So this is the top, just a plain button up, and then these are the pants. I get a size 36, which is a size bigger than my usual size, but I like PJs to be a little bit oversized and the waist still fits me fine. And these are the pants. I was trying to explain the fabric to my sister today because I was trying to convince her to buy them, but it's like, I've never felt the Skims fabric of like the Skims dresses and stuff like that, but it's almost like what I would imagine like Skims PJs and Skims dresses to feel like, because it's just like super stretchy, super stretchy, but like super silky and soft. So I don't know what kind of magic are in these 400 rand superfluous PJs, but I'm here for it and I love them. So I'm probably gonna put these on pretty soon, and then I will film my nighttime skincare routine with you guys. Superfluous was having a massive sale all over their website, and I got a set of these I already drank. I don't even know if you can see. The other thing I got was a set of 4 of these glasses. I already drank my Diet Dr. Pepper out of this today because that's just like my favorite thing to have every day. It's very naughty because artificial sweetener is not very good for you, but oh, I just love my Diet Dr. Pepper, and it is what it is, okay? Happiness. I got a set of 4 of these glasses. They are just fab, and it was, for 4 of them, it was 80 rand. 80 rand, and this glass is quite big. I think it's like 300 mils. They have 3 different sizes, but I got the biggest size, and it was 80 rand. I was like, wow. To go have a look on Superfluous if they have sales. Their discount prices change pretty much every day, which is a little bit annoying, and but yeah, it is, I think, about 6:30 right now, so I'm just gonna chill downstairs a little bit, watch some TV with my husband. So I'm officially in my new PJs. I am obsessed with these PJs. Honestly, cannot recommend them enough. I think they're almost sold out though, which is very sad. But if you can snatch them up, they are from the brand Edit on Superfluous. I think they're called the knit PJs, and they come in black, navy, grey and green, and they are just chef's kiss. Like, if I could have them in every color, I would, but then I would break the bank a little bit. I feel super luxe. Like, you know when something just feels like luxurious? That's what these feel like. And they're super long. That's something that I often struggle with PJs, and I'm not even that tall, but I struggle with finding PJs that are super long on the leg, because I just like to be super long and slouchy, and these are super long, which is so nice. So yeah, but anyways, enough of that. Let me do my nighttime skincare routine. First, I'm just gonna pop my hair in a braid. I've been trying to put my hair in a little bit of a protective hairstyle before I go to sleep, because I sleep like a crazy person and then I wake up with like super frizzy hair. I only have these big scrunchies and they look a little bit crazy. See if I can tuck them to make them a little bit less fabric. Oh. It's just gonna have to do. I'm having a lot of texture on my forehead,
So I've actually been using my cleanser with my Lumi Spa. This has a specific cleanser that you're meant to use with it, but I ran out of it and I don't want to repurchase it because it is severely overpriced. I think it's like 500, 600 rand. It's just a little bit crazy, so I'm just going to use this one while I have it. So I pump it straight on there. It's made to be used with the cleanser that comes with it, and you're meant to repurchase that, but yeah, I'm just going to use this super creamy cleanser instead. I'm going to use a microfiber cloth to take all this off, and also my mascara. Really enjoy the Lumi Spa device from Dis-Chem. I use it because I have it, but in my opinion, after using it now for nearly a year, it is a great device if you really want to purchase, you know, a little bit more of a high-end device. Do I think that you absolutely need it and that it's going to change your life and that you should like sell your soul for it? No, I don't think so. Some weeks I use it and some weeks I don't. I think it's great, but I don't think that you need it. The time that I did think that you need it, but I honestly don't think so anymore. So I'm gonna go in with my Le Live cleanser. Like I've said before, this was gifted to me. I don't love it. It smells very nice. I'm not going to repeat everything I said in my last video, but I'm quite excited for tomorrow though, because Silky Skincare, and if you don't know them, they are a local South African skincare brand. I love their products. They're actually launching new products tomorrow, so I've actually been waiting from their website for the new products to launch. Their products are super affordable and I've loved them for years. So I'm definitely going to be placing an order tomorrow. I'll get a new double cleanse and just some serums. I definitely want to pick up a nice niacinamide serum because the texture has been real on my face. Fab brand, so if you haven't checked them out, definitely do so because I am going to be shopping their new launches tomorrow, which is going to be Wednesday. I forgot to film this, but I just went in with my Silky Hydrating Toner on a cotton pad, just to get the last bits of makeup on. I did a double cleanse and there is still, I don't know if you can even see, but there's still makeup on this cotton pad. Gross. Now while I wait for my skin to dry before I go in with my retinoid, I am going to brush my teeth. I have some major tooth sensitivity right now, so I probably need to go to the dentist. And see, oh, you definitely can see, she's massive. I've got a pimple on my cheek. The weather in KZN was so lovely. My skin cleared up like beautifully. I was glowing. It was amazing. And then we were not even home for 2 days and I got a pimple. So clearly I need some extra like humidity in my life because that KZN weather was just for my skin. Dermatologists on TikTok talk about this, but your skin needs to be super dry before you go in with your retinoid apparently, and then it needs to sink in for a few minutes before you go in with your moisturizer. So I've been doing that lately. I'm using Differin right now, which is not actually available in South Africa, but you can find it from some online stores. It's very expensive, but it's a prescription strength retinoid. But I really want to get a prescription for a stronger one because I feel like it just isn't really working for me anymore. Like I'm getting quite big spots and they are a little painful. I don't pop them, but they do come and then they leave marks even when I don't pop them, and that's a bit of a pain in the bum. So making an online consultation with a doctor, because I saw that you can have those these days, which is really nice if you have a little bit of anxiety with doctors like me. I mean, who really likes going to the doctor? Like, let's be honest. I'm doing that and seeing if I can get a prescription. But I will keep you guys updated on that because I know there are a lot of ladies out there, or even guys, that really want to get a retinoid prescription for whether it be for acne or anti-aging or whatever. It is a great thing to have, so I will keep you guys posted on that. I forgot to show, but I used it's all rubbed off, but it's the Benzac gel. It's benzoyl peroxide. A little bit pricey, but you use such a small amount and you only spot treat with it. You don't put it all over your face, so one will last you like 6 months, even longer. I've had one for a year. We need to put on my different, just a little bit more than that, a pea-sized amount. And then I always used to think, like, your skin's so dry, how are you going to distribute this little bit of cream? It's just going to get all sucked in, but it actually spreads quite nicely. You just have to dot it everywhere. Another TikTok dermatologist tip that I saw was that to avoid putting it in the corners of your nose and around your eye, or too close to your eye, because it can actually cause some sensitivity in those areas. And I already have quite sensitive skin, so I try and really focus it away from these areas. While that sinks in, I'm going to go in with my silky 1.5% retinol on my neck, because you can't skip your neck. I feel like the neck actually ages faster than my face. At least that's what I've heard some people say. So I always make sure to go in with retinol on my neck, and then I just take whatever's left on my hands. I go in with my silky night eye cream. I have a day one as well. This one has retinol, ceramides, and some things I can't pronounce in it, but retinol and the ceramides is the most important thing in my opinion. I get my brows laminated and my lashes lifted, so I actually go in with this oil. This is actually a face oil, but it has just tons of great oils in it, so I actually put it on a spoolie. If I can open it now. Put it in with the dropper, and I put some on a spoolie and I run it through my brows, because getting your brows laminated can actually dry them out a little bit. So I put some oil on them to make sure that they are nice and hydrated and healthy, and then I also put it on my lashes. Now I'm going to go in with my La Roche-Posay Lipicar Balm. I've been using this for literal years. When I was on acne medication like Roaccutane or Accutane or whatever it's called, they're all the same, but whatever it's called where you live, I was on that medication, I think 5 years ago, and the dermatologist told me to buy this cream. And this is the only moisturizer I've ever used where I wake up and my skin is still moisturized. And for someone who like wipes their face all over their pillow, that's saying a lot. And a little bit goes a long way. So I put that on my neck. Douse my face in it as well. I'm actually almost out of it. I bought a little travel sized one the last time I bought it. But I always end up cutting open the tube and getting still quite a lot out of it. Make sure to moisturize your ears as well. One that I've always wanted to try is the Walida Skin Food, which I know is a little bit more popular overseas, but it is available in South Africa. So I've always wanted to try that because I've heard other dry skin gals rave about it. So last step before I go to bed is I'm going to take my Benzac spot cream once again. I'm putting it on an earbud, and I'm just going to put a thick dot of it all over that pimple. I'm going to let it dry down and I'm going to sleep in it. I've been doing this as a spot treatment for years and years and years, and I find that it really helps. And when I don't do this and pop the pimple, I always regret it. So always just spot treat and don't pop your pimples. I'm going to pop on my Catrice lip oil. This stuff is fab. I love it. It's super moisturizing. Dare I say, a dupe for the Dior lip oil. It has hyaluronic acid in it, almond oil, jojoba oil, don't know if I'm saying that right, avocado oil and coconut oil, and it's pink. Now I'm in bed. The last thing I do before I go to bed, aka scroll on my phone and watch TikToks and scroll on Pinterest for an hour or two. I'm going to take my Kiko Vital supplements. I like taking them at night purely just because I feel like that's the only time that I remember, because I always have water next to my bed, so I see them and I go, oh, I need to take my supplements. I've tried taking them in the morning, I've tried taking them after meals, I just don't remember. But I take the Hormone Balance and the Deep Glow and Gut Glow. I've been taking a hormone health supplement for I think almost 2 years now. I started out with a different one and now I do Kiko, but it's something that I've incorporated into my life ever since. I was only on hormonal birth control for 1 year, not even a full year, and I feel like it did so much damage to my body, and other people in my life might look at me and say, no, you know, you look the same, you know, all those things, but obviously as a woman you know what's going on inside your body and you know the things that you feel is not normal, and I definitely did not feel normal, and that's why I actually got my hormonal IUD removed the day before Christmas, I think 2 years ago. And because I was so desperate to have it out because I felt like I was going crazy. I love taking a hormonal health supplement. I feel like they really help me, especially in that first 6 months trying to just, you know, get my balance back. I really enjoyed taking one. There are lots of them on the market, but I prefer Kiko just because I love the brand and I love what the brand stands for. I do actually have a discount code. I never have a discount code, so I need to say this. I have a discount code. You can use Simone10. Yeah, Simone, all caps 10. I'll put it in the description. Simone10 for 10% off your order. That is an affiliate link, so you can use it if you want to. If you don't want to, that's fine. But if you want to save some cash and you don't mind using affiliate links, you can definitely do so. So yeah, I'm also going to take a sleeping aid. I take a sleeping aid because I don't sleep very well. I'm a very bad sleeper. And that's something that only later in my life has now developed. I think I get it from my dad. I don't sleep well. I wake up a lot, a little bit, I don't know if it's, I don't want to say it's insomnia. I don't want to jinx it, but it might be a little bit of insomnia. I'm going to take my Kiko, I'm going to take my sleeping aid, and then I'm going to go to bed. I wish I could say that I'm one of those girls that curls up with a book before bed and, you know, so good for you, I know, but I'm probably just gonna scroll on my phone for like an hour, and yeah, that's unfortunate, but one day I will be the reading girl. One day. Good night. Hi you guys, so it is currently Thursday morning. I severely overslept this morning so I have to get ready now, do my makeup and film something for Instagram, and then I actually have to go to the traffic department, which is something that I've been putting off all week, but I have to go pick up my new driver's license. She had a follower on Instagram comment in one of my recent videos to please do a full makeup routine, which I don't know if anybody would be interested in that, but quite a few people said that they would love to see that. It would be quite applicable to a lot of people since I use only really affordable products. I don't use anything high-end. But yeah, and I didn't think that I could fit it in a 90-second reel, so I thought I would put it in today's YouTube video. I am just praying and hoping that my battery lasts for this whole makeup routine. People always ask me what highlighter I use, and I don't use highlighter. I just use a very moisturizing glowy sunscreen. I do have very dry skin, so I definitely need this. This is the BioNike Defense Sun 30 SPF. It's the melting face cream one, not the matte one. The sunscreen is definitely very nice, but depending on what makeup you put on top and what skincare you put under it, it can have a tendency to separate a little bit and to pull a little bit.
With this current makeup routine that I'm doing, it's not that bad. It doesn't really pull, and when it does I can just kind of pat it, so it's not horrific. But it's definitely not my favorite sunscreen that I've ever used. I'm kind of just trying to get through it, but I have ordered the Silky Skincare 30 SPF, which is one that I love. It's not as dewy and glowy as this one, but it does the job. It's great. And then I just use like a dewy blush to kind of bring that back. But yeah, I do like this sunscreen. I just don't love that it has a little bit of a tendency to pull. Actually use as my base, I guess you could say, is a concealer. I use the Essence Sensitive Skin Concealer. I use the color Light, and I have repurchased this about 1,000 times. I love it so much. It's just one of those concealers that I can spot conceal with it, but I can also put it all over my face, like I'm pretty much going to do today, if I want a little bit more coverage. And it blends out, and it just looks like skin. Like, it's honestly the best concealer I've ever used, and I've said this before, but I'll say it again: if they ever discontinue this concealer, I'll cry. I also have the Camouflage Healthy Glow Concealer from Essence, but this one just, in my opinion, is so much better. You're literally gonna see now when I blend it out, it just looks like skin. It's awesome. And it's a bonus that it's for sensitive skin, so it's not irritating. It still like keeps that glow and that like dewiness, but it covers all my little hyperpigmentation spots that I have. So I'm just obsessed with it. I can't live without it. I've tried different concealers and I always end up going back to that one and repurchasing it. I just think it's amazing. Like, it just covers everything that I wanted to, but still shows my skin through a little bit like I wanted to. It's one of those concealers that does everything you want it to, which is like the dream, you know. Even work if you had like oily skin. You would just have to use a little bit more of like a oil control sunscreen or an oil control primer, and I think that this would still work great for you because it kind of leans to whatever you have underneath it, which is awesome. So I'm obsessed with that, and it's super duper affordable. An old crusty dusty Nu Skin eyelash serum that I have, but I love the spoolie on it, so I use it to brush up my brows. There's probably like no product left in here, just like the remnants of whatever product was in here, but I just think, you know, eyelash serum must be, whatever's still on here must be good for my brows. So yeah, I do get my eyebrows laminated and tinted, so I don't really need anything else besides this, but yeah, because I get them done quite regularly. It's like my favorite self-care thing to do. My battery is flashing at me right now, and I don't think I'm gonna make it through this makeup routine, so I'm literally gonna pick it up tomorrow exactly where I left off today. So the next clip will be me. It is now the next day. The sun is very weird, so I had to close my curtain, so I hope you guys can see my skin well. I think you can. I'm like ghostly. I'm just gonna pick up exactly where I left off yesterday with this makeup routine. I did my concealer, I brushed up my brows, and that's pretty much it. So now we're going to continue. For bronzer or contour or whatever you want to call it, I use the LA Girl Pro concealer. So this is actually meant to be a concealer. I've never used it like a concealer. I've always bought a darker shade of it and used it as a bronzer. Today I'm using the shade Warm Honey. This is what it looks like. It's in a little tube like this. They have tons of testers, so just go to Dis-Chem, swatch all the shades, and then pick one that you think would suit you for a bronzer. And they are super affordable. Because they are meant to be a concealer, they have coverage, which I really like, because like I don't put a lot of base products on, so I like that this adds a little bit of coverage. Also, I think because it's meant to be a concealer, it just blends out really seamlessly and like blends in with the rest of your makeup. It doesn't like sit on top, whereas I find sometimes, depending on what skincare I did that day, the Baby Got Bronze and Baby Got Blush from Essence can sometimes separate and like sit on top, whereas it never ever happens with this one. So I've kind of gone back to this one after using the Essence ones for a long time, because I just feel like this one's a little bit more foolproof, and I think anybody and everybody can use it. Looks like this. It's got a little brush attachment on the top. So what I do is I squeeze out quite a bit and then I go in on my hand with it, and I do this with all my cream products, all my cream bronzers and blushes that I have. Put some on my hand and then I take my brush and I blend it into my brush from my hand. I saw a makeup artist on TikTok do this, and ever since then I've been doing it, and it just helps prevent your cream products from looking really like muddy and gross and not well blended, and it's a little bit more foolproof. This color Warm Honey is really nice. I usually use a darker shade when I'm tan, and they're so affordable, so you can go and buy like a shade for when you're pale, one for when you're tan, and just kind of keep them. I find that they don't go funny, like they don't they obviously have an expiry date. I don't know what it is, but I've had one for months and months and months. I've rarely ever finished one. I just end up repurchasing one because I'm like, oh, it must be expired, I better repurchase another one, just, you know, so that my skin doesn't break out or whatever. But I've pretty much almost never, I think I've only finished one once. The same TikToker that I saw the blending trick from, that she was talking about these, and then I went to go pick it up because I listen to the TikTok girlies because they seem to know what they're doing. I just keep putting more on my hand as I need it, so I usually do it twice or 3 times for like to cover my whole face. I also put it a little bit on the sides of my nose. I like to be very bronzy because sometimes I do fake tan my body and then I like to match it, and in the winter I'm wearing big turtlenecks so you don't see my body anyway, so I just like to be nice and bronzy, and I find that it doesn't look orange or crazy if you just go over it with your beauty blender afterwards and make sure everything's blended and make sure that the color that you're using is appropriate, and oh, it always looks great. Go over it with a damp beauty blender just to make sure it's nicely melted into the skin. 2 blushes that I'm currently switching between is the Baby Got blush from Essence. This color is so lovely. I do find that this formula can separate a little bit depending on what sunscreen you use. But the one that I'm going to be using today, Nike Defense Color Glam Touch. I've never actually read that name before, but they only have 2 blush shades. They have this one, and then they have a super orangey peachy one that's also very pretty, but I like using this one. It's got a bit of shimmer in it, and I've had it for a very long time. This was my first cream blush that I bought, so it's lasted me a very long time, and it's very pigmented, so you only need a little bit. I just go in with it over the bronzer that I've used, and then I just blend a little dot of that, and this would be enough for my whole face, and then I blend that into my brush. This one has a bit of shimmer in it, which is really nice if you want like a glowy blush, which I do like to have. Sometimes this blush can be a bit dark for me, but then I just once again go over it with the beauty blender, and that seems to be fine. Always put some on my nose as well, and I also always put my blush up here on the sides of my face, because I once again saw a YouTuber or TikToker talk about this, and I feel like it kind of mimics that natural, you would get sunburn, so it looks a little bit more natural. And then once again I just go over it with the damp beauty sponge. My hairs always stick to my face because I've got so many cream products on. Done with the cream products, so I'm just going to take some makeup wipes. I just buy super cheap makeup wipes because I only use them to wipe my hands. I don't actually use them to take my makeup off because they're not very good for your skin. All our cream products are done and blended. Now I'm going to go in with a powder. This is the translucent powder that I use. It is the LA Girl Pro powder. I have used the translucent color and the banana color, and they both are awesome, but right now I'm using the translucent color, so it's like It's meant to be clear, but it's a white powder. You can probably see in the side there. I find that the translucent one is a bit more pore blurring than the banana one. I used the banana color for years, and then one day they just didn't have it in stock, so I bought this one. And I find that this one blurs your pores a little bit, but it is a bit more drying, so make sure that you have a moisturized base. Just go in straight. I just use the little powder puff that comes with it. The powder puff that comes with this powder is actually really nice. And then I just fold it like that, and then I dab the excess off on my hand. Another TikTok trick that I learned. And then I go in with it under my eyes, and I only put powder where I don't want to be glowy and shiny, which is just under my eyes, in this little area next to my nose and my mouth, and I just keep getting more, and my chin, and then my forehead. Those are pretty much the only spots that I don't want to be glowy. I want to be glowy. I want to be glowy over here, but not like straight over here. And I also leave my nose nice and glowy. Here I go in with powder. I go in with a super old and crusty eyebrow pencil, and I just redefine my beauty spots that have been covered a little bit with concealer, because I really like the look of them and they get diffused a little bit with my powder and all my other makeup, so I like redefining them with a pencil. This pencil is so old, you guys have no idea. I just feel like going in and doing this teeny tiny little step makes my makeup look a little bit more skin-like, just because I'm bringing my natural skin features out again. And it's such a quick and simple thing. You can literally just use an old little eyebrow pencil. And I set my face. I use the Catrice Prime and Fine, the purple one. They have a few setting sprays, but I really like this one just because I feel like it says here, prepares the skin, improves makeup wear, and refreshes complexion, and I feel like that's what it does. After my powder, my skin can feel a little bit dry, and this just kind of refreshes it, so that's really nice. Always do your setting spray before your mascara if you are wearing mascara, because it can smudge your mascara a little bit. And then I just kind of wait for it to dry. Now, I don't wear mascara every day, but I am going to wear some today. I don't curl my lashes because I get them lifted, because if I try to curl them myself, they do not curl. My lashes are like pin straight. Get them lifted and tinted purely just for them always to be curled, because I cannot bother with a lash curler. It just doesn't work. I've tried heating it up, I've tried all the things, it just doesn't work for me. So getting them lifted is just such a nice little treat. It's completely rubbed off, so you can't see which mascara I'm using, but I'm using the L'Oreal Telescopic. It's okay, it smudges a little bit, so when this one's done, I will be repurchasing a different mascara. I did get some good recommendations from a few followers when I posted my previous video, because I asked for some mascara recommendations and I got quite a few, so I'm going to try a new mascara out and I will keep you guys updated. That's my everyday makeup done. I will go in with like a lip oil or a lip balm usually, but my lip oil is downstairs. But I do like having something on my lips to make them nice and glossy. That's my foolproof everyday makeup routine. Sometimes the products switch out a little bit, like sometimes I'll use my Catrice skin tint if I'm feeling that way, but most of the time it is always just that Essence concealer and the products I put on top, but the methods are all the same. I find that this is just what works for me. It makes me feel confident, but it's easy and super affordable. But yeah, that's it for today's little vlog. Actually, it wasn't that little, it was much longer than my previous videos. Let me know if you guys enjoy the longer videos. I really enjoy watching super long YouTube videos. I love just putting them on in the background, and it's like having your best friend with you, getting ready with you. So I love long videos, but let me know if you guys love them, or if you would like to see shorter videos sprinkled in between the vlogs, because I can do that as well. Let me know all of that down in the comments below. Tell me your thoughts, tell me if you love it, tell me what you don't like. Give me recommendations that you would like me to do or try. And yeah, I hope you all have a beautiful day, night, afternoon whenever you're watching this, and thank you so much for watching my videos because I just love making them. If I can just brighten one person's day with my videos, then it's all worth it. Thank you so much for watching, and I love you all.